Hello friends, this video on current electricity part 27 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 26 before going ahead with this part. Let us look at some other problem. This problem is based on symmetry. So if you look at this circuit, this also is a very complicated circuit with too many resistors, and you have to calculate the equivalent resistance of this circuit between these 2 points A and B. Now here we will use the symmetry method. In the symmetry method, what we do, so here if you look at this figure very carefully, you can see that you can divide this figure into two parts such that they both are in symmetry with each other. So what is that axis along which you can divide it? So never divide along the axis along which you need to find the equivalent resistance. For example, you are finding equivalent resistance between points A and B. So you divide this circuit somewhere along a line which is perpendicular to the line joining A and B, right? So you should not divide the circuit like this. If you divide this circuit like this, then in a way, this circuit is basically equivalent to this circuit. So you can divide this circuit into two parts, right? So now what you do, you just consider one part. Let us say this is point A. So from here you have one resistance, from here another, from here the third one. Then from here you again have one resistance. From here you have one resistance, and then you have half of this resistance connected to it and half of this resistance connected to it. That means there is a half resistance connected to it. There is another half resistance connected to it. This is R by 2. Other than this, all others are R. So this is one half of this circuit. So let us solve this one half of the circuit. If you look at it, you can see that this R and R by 2 are in parallel. Similarly, this R and R by 2 are in parallel because these two resistors have their starting point and ending point as the same, right? So let us calculate the values of equivalent resistance. Let us call their equivalent resistance as R1. So R1 is the equivalent resistance of parallel combination of R2 and R. Therefore, 1 by R1 is equal to 2 by R plus 1 by R, that is equal to 3 by R, or you can say R1 is equal to R by 3. So now you can draw this circuit like this. Instead of the parallel combination, you can replace with the value which you found. So now instead of those two resistors, we can just draw one resistor. So this is R by 3, this is R by 3, this is R, and this is R. So this is point A, and let us call this point as O. So this is point O. So now what you can do, does it look similar to something? Now this, if you look at this figure, it looks similar to does it look similar to Wheatstone bridge? No, it doesn't, because when we talk of Wheatstone bridge, the resistor in the between should be joined from this point to this point, but here the resistor is joined along the points, along the line for which we want to find out, between which we want to find out the equivalent resistance. So this doesn't resemble a Wheatstone bridge, right? So what you can see from this figure, from here you can see that this R and this R by 3 are in series because they are joined end to end. Similarly, this R and this R by 3 are again in series because they are joined end to end. So what you can do, you can draw it like this. This is point A and this is point O. So this R plus R by 3 will be how much? That will be equal to 4R by 3. This is already R and this will be again 4R by 3. So now you can calculate the equivalent resistance. Now the equivalent resistance of this circuit, let us call it as R dash. So equivalent resistance of this circuit will be 4R by 3 in parallel with R, which is in parallel with 4R by 3. Therefore 1 by R dash will be equal to 3 by 4R plus 1 by R plus 3 by 4R. So this comes out to be 5 by 2R. Therefore, R dash comes out to be 2 by 5R. So this is the value of equivalent resistance of half of this circuit. Therefore, what will be the equivalent resistance of the entire circuit? That will be 2 times the equivalent resistance of half the circuit. So this will be 2 into 2 by 5R. So 4 by 5R is the equivalent resistance of the entire circuit. So you understood what we did here? If we want to calculate the equivalent resistance between 2 points, and if there exists an axis perpendicular to the line joining the 2 points. For example, here we want to find out the equivalent resistance between point A and B. So the line joining A and B is AB. So if you have a line which is perpendicular to AB and which divides the entire circuit into exactly 2 halves such that they are exactly symmetrical. So here you had this line, this dotted line which is perpendicular to AB, as well as it divides the entire circuit into 2 symmetrical halves. So in that case, you can divide the circuit into 2 halves and then calculate the equivalent resistance of 1 half and multiply it by 2 to get the total equivalent resistance of the circuit. So here the catch is that you have to find a line which is perpendicular to the line joining the 2 points between which we want to calculate the equivalent resistance. So that is very much important, because many a time students make mistake that if they have to calculate between points A and B, they divide the circuit along AB. I mean, they divide it from AB only. They take AB as the dotted line and they say upper half is one circuit and lower half is the other half of the circuit. But you should not do it like that. You should divide the circuit along a line which is perpendicular to the line joining the 2 points between which you want to calculate the equivalent resistance. Right? So now let us look at another problem which is again based on the symmetry method. Here also, if you look at this figure, you have to find out the equivalent capacitance between equivalent resistance between points A and B. And here the value of the resistances are given as 10 ohms, 10 ohms, 50 ohms, 10 ohms, 10 ohms, 50 ohms, 10 ohms and 10 ohms. So here also the first step is to find a line perpendicular to the line. First we have to find out between which 2 points we want to calculate the equivalent resistance. It is AB. So what is the line joining A and B? It is AB. So you have to find out a line which is perpendicular to AB, that means some line like this, and which divides the circuit into 2 symmetrical halves. So obviously that line will be somewhat like this. So if you look at this line is perpendicular to AB. At the same time, it divides the circuit into 2 symmetrical halves. So now let us draw one half of the circuit. Let us draw this one half like this. This is 10, this is 10, this is 50, and this will be 5. And again, this will be 5 because we have to consider only the half of it. So this is 5, this is 50, this is 10, this is 10. So now let us consider some point here. Let us call some point as O. Okay. So let us say this is point O. So we have to calculate the equivalent capacitance now. Now if you look at this, does it resemble a Wheatstone bridge? Yes, it does. Because in this case, in the previous case, it was not a Wheatstone bridge because the middle resistor was located like this. But here it resembles a Wheatstone bridge. So for the Wheatstone bridge, this is R1, this is R2, this is R3, and this is R4. So now calculate R1 by R2, which is equal to 10 by 5. R1 by R2 is 10 by 5, which is equal to 2 by 1. And what is R3 by R4? R3 by R4 is again 10 by 5, which is equal to 2 by 1. That means R1 by R2 is equal to R3 by R4. So the Wheatstone bridge is balanced, and therefore we can say that there will be no current flowing through the middle resistor. So the middle resistor, that is 50 ohms, doesn't contribute anything to the equivalent capacitance of this circuit. So we can draw this circuit like this: 10 ohms, 5 ohms, again 10 ohms, and again 5 ohms. So this is point A, this is some point O, which I have called it as, this is 10, this is 5, this is 10, this is 5. Now this 10 and 5 are in series. Similarly, this 10 and this 5 are in series. So you can further simplify the circuit like this. Instead of drawing 10 and 5, you can just write 15 because the series combination. Similarly, 15 here. This is A and this is O. So what will be the equivalent capacitance? Let us call the equivalent capacitance as R dash. That will be the parallel combination of 15 ohms with 15 ohms. That is 1 by R dash is equal to 1 by 15 plus 1 by 15. That is R dash is equal to 15 by 2 ohms. So this is the equivalent capacitance of half of the circuit. So what would be the total equivalent capacitance of the entire circuit? It will be twice the equivalent capacitance of half of the circuit. So 2 into 15 by 2, so which comes out to be 15 ohms. So 15 ohms is the equivalent resistance of this entire circuit. So I hope I discussed some of the methods like the Wheatstone bridge, the symmetry method, the delta star transformation method, and I hope that these methods are quite clear to you. So these are all various methods which you can employ to solve different kinds of circuits, but it is always up to you how and when will you apply those methods, right? I can just tell you the methods, but it is up to you and your practice that you will come to know when to apply which method, right? Now let us look at. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.